Freema!
Hello.
Hello, Freema Agyeman, aka Martha Jones. How do you feel when you hear the Doctor Who music?
Goosebumps. It's the music that I remember from growing up, actually, and I'm so glad that they kept that this time round.
No, it's on tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. You're the new assistant.
Yes.
Where are you watching it?
I'll be watching it indoors with my family and a couple of friends, and just a couple of bottles of bubbly, I think.
Will you need a drink before you put it on, do you think, before you watch it?
I'm kind of nervous about seeing it, but I'm not in the sense that I can't watch myself in it. I just think the whole production is so slick, and I'm so pleased and proud of it all that it's not for that reason. I'll just want to drink to celebrate.
Just want to drink. I saw it last night. I saw the first episode last night. I watched it in bed. I've got to say, congratulations. It's just amazing. It's like a Hollywood blockbuster.
Oh, wow.
It's really big, isn't it? Really impressive. The first one's just amazing. So, Martha Jones, tell us about her.
Martha Jones, well, pretty much from the outset when we meet her, you sort of see her within her family setup and where she falls within that, really. And she's pretty much the one that they all turn to for help and advice. She's got an old head on young shoulders, I think.
Well, I was quite surprised, you see, because it'd be such a cliche to go, OK, we're going to get a strong woman in and she's going to be the assistant. Let's make her sassy and ballsy. But actually, she's not sassy. She's really warm, I think, and a really nice, sweet character.
Yeah, I think so. But it's interesting as well because there are sort of similarities between her and Rose. At the same time, she is quite feisty in some respects, and she's quite a go-getter, and I think it's those sort of qualities that make for a good companion, really, because you've got to want to be up for it. But yeah, she's kind of a little bit more. You get the impression within her family and out of her siblings, she's probably the studious one. Well, she is an academic, and she'd probably be the more quieter of the three.
Out of your siblings as well, your brother played by Reggie of Radio 1 fame. He was great, and he was like, Reggie, what's he doing? Now, you mentioned Rose. I've read a lot of interviews with you, which would be like, oh, you're filling Billy Piper's shoes, how are you coping? Have you met Billy?
I haven't directly, but advice filtered through from interviews and stuff, and she just said, enjoy it and do it your way, and that was the same message that came from Elizabeth Sladen as well. I guess you can only but do it your own way, and it's kind of a fact of Doctor Who that the companions change anyway, and I guess if you're going to start hanging out with different people, you might want to experience different personalities. Do you know what I mean?
He never picks a boy, though, does he, the Doctor? He loves his ladies. No, he loved Rose. What's going to happen with Martha and the Doctor?
Their relationship is quite different to the relationship the Doctor had with Rose. I think Rose was a unique character in that she loved him, and I think he loved her back. And so, he's affected by the fact that she's gone, and that's right and great, I think, that we see a slightly changed man because of their relationship. And so Martha can, when she meets him, she sees that he's a man with a broken heart, perhaps, and she can realise that he needs somebody. If not in the romantic sense, he needs a friend.
It's like Gerard with My Chemical Romance, isn't it? The girls love the Doctor, you see. No, I loved it that you were in Series 2 in the episode Army of Ghosts, I think, that featured the Cybermen. And then the story is this true, that you starred in that? I think you lured a colleague to his death and sucked him out through his own ear, or something like that. And then they approached you to play the assistant. So is that how it happened? Did you get a feeling on the day when you were filming that, like, ooh, that seemed quite popular, this is going very well?
I didn't get anything at all. What I've since learned is that when I auditioned for that part of Adiola, that I was kind of earmarked from then, and I guess they were looking to audition people from quite early on, because obviously they were privy to the fact that they were looking to cast the part, but the public weren't. So I didn't realise anything was going on. And then when I was filming, one of the executive producers, Julie Gardner, came on set and introduced herself to me, and I was thinking for a moment, I've never met any of the executive producers of the shows I've done before that actually just walked onto set and introduced themselves, but I still didn't twig.
It's like, and this is Russell T Davies. You're like, this is really weird. You're the T girl. Like,
bit of a square token, me.
How exciting. So Freema's still here, Freema Agyeman. People having trouble with your name.
I know. It's not the easiest of names, but
It's got easier over the week. On Monday, I was like, Freema Agyeman. No, it's Agyeman. We know, it's fine. A.k.a. Martha, the new Doctor's assistant. So outside of Radio 1, when you stepped from your cab, paparazzi waiting for you.
Yes, there was.
And autograph hunters.
Yeah. It's funny because over the sort of 8 months when we were filming, we'd go places and there would be people, you know, waiting there for autographs and stuff, but it was mostly always for David. So I kind of got used to that, and so when it's just for me, it all takes me a little bit by surprise, really.
Like, David's not here.
David's not here. Why are you here?
So when you're filming on location, were the paparazzi about trying to get sneaky peeks of the action?
Sometimes, if we were doing, scenes out in public, somehow it would always be known where we were going to be. So, yeah, there'd be people there, but, you know, they're generally ever so good. They'd know when we're going for a take and keep really quiet and not sort of rush on set. So it was always lovely having them around.
Well, you know what we're thinking? I mean, now... Today, really, I don't want to alarm you, Freema, but today is your last day of freedom, really. You can get away with doing things before the paparazzi really go for you, before you get very famous after 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So we were thinking of perhaps things that you can do today with, you know, safe in the knowledge that you're not being followed or photographed. So, I mean, do you need to stock up? Do you need to go to Boots for any spot cream or hair removal equipment? Do it today.
Fair play. It's funny because even though my life has changed in so many ways, obviously it's been enriched by doing this job and it's done wonders for my career, my actual lifestyle hasn't changed because, as you said, it's not aired yet, so I'm not getting recognised, so I'm still going and buying my hair removal and spot cream, like, totally obliviously, so it'll probably be a rude awakening rather than a preparation thing.
No, we're going to... take you back to the beginning. I'm always really fascinated with actresses. Like, where did it start? When you were little, did you want to be an actress or did you want to be a vet? Or, well, you know, when did it happen for you where you thought, oh, I want to do that? Actually,
it was around about GCSE time. I never harboured any sort of lifelong dream from childhood to be an actress at all. I'd sort of enjoyed doing it at GCSE level.
So did you do theatre studies at GCSE?
It was drama.
Yeah.
And then I did theatre studies at A level. And I remember I had never actually done any sort of plays or anything. I just thought, I quite like this, I'll just give it a go. And my drama teacher, we were doing a production of Antigone, and she said, oh, well, I think I'd quite like you to play Antigone. And I begged her to not give me this lead part because I was like, I can't please. And she was like, no, you know, it would be good for you just to kind of dive in. So really, that was my first taste of it, and I loved it.
So you could thank her. Can you remember her name?
Yes, I can. Sue Booker. Hello. Thank you.
So Booker, so Miss Booker.
Miss Booker.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's all down to her. Well, kind of. All right, more from Freema after this and James Morrison. Freema Agyeman is with me.
Radio 1.
Rolls off the tongue now. Now, in the first episode of Doctor Who, which is on at 7 o'clock, BBC One tomorrow night, I know this is quite girly, but at one point the Doctor carries Martha for quite a while in his arms.
Yeah.
Did you have a girly moment where you thought, am I really heavy?
Did I ever? We did it in 2 parts. The bit where we're stood in front of the window was first, and I just felt awful because I could feel David's fingers just slipping, and I was apologising the whole time, going, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. He's going, no, it's fine, you're not heavy, and I could hear him like huffing and puffing, and then
I was watching thinking girls hate being carried by men.
It was horrible. And then the second scene we did when I was walking down the corridor, he was much better, so I think he'd been working out.
Okay, so talking of the good doctor of David Tennant, there are rumours flying around that he's going to leave at the end of the series. How would you feel if he did, and would you like him to stay?
Gosh, yeah, I sort of heard these rumours, but the thing is, he was getting questioned about that from the minute he took the part of Doctor Who, so he's always going to get that. So rumours, you know, can be just that.
So it's like, congratulations on getting the job. Are you going to leave?
Yeah. and obviously, you know, I've loved working with him. It's been a real fun 8 months. And
he was on with Moyles on Wednesday, if you heard on Breakfast, and he had all good things to say about you. He was saying that you're great. No, baddies.